Hey everyone! Today I am making my grandmother's rice pudding. My kids like to eat it like oatmeal hot for breakfast. I like it like a dessert, as that's how she generally served it to me. And let me see if I can show you all the ingredients. I got them all sitting out. So we've got, cup of rice. We're going to have about 1/3 of a cup of sugar. Some vanilla. I've already got my water measured out. A pat of butter in the back. I use let's turn that. Usually heavy cream and milk, but I'm all out of it, and it's over 120 outside, so we're just going to use all milk today. And then I have our raisins we're going to use, cinnamon, and then I also cook it with a cinnamon stick. So you can also do this with the leftover rice. She used just regular, kind of like white rice, whatever she found in the store. I prefer the short grain white rice, but like all I have in the house, and it's too hot, and we're going camping, is just regular long grain white rice. So that's what I'm going to use. You don't even for this have to get rid of the starches by rinsing it several times and calling it, clear. So the starches in this kind of help thicken it up a bit. So I tend to just leave it. I don't throw it out. Sorry, I spilled some rice. And I'm going to start that on high. I'm going to cover it, for about 15 minutes until it is completely cooked and fluffy. And then we will come back. So that was 1 cup of rice, 2 cups of water, 1 cinnamon stick. Toss it in, cover it. I'll see you back in a minute. Okay, so I just checked. Oh, it's steamy. And our rice is all cooked. It's smelling like fabulous. Oh, I should turn back on the light. Hold on, sorry guys. Ta-da! All nice and sticky. And so we are going to add, this has, I don't know if you can see it, it's got measuring things on the side. So I'm not just randomly dunking here. And it would normally be about 1 cup of milk. But since I'm out of the heavy cream, we are doing 3. Because too hot, my friends, too hot. Sometimes I also add a pat, just put in a pat of butter, which is about 1 tablespoon. I'll add in just a little bit of salt because, well, salt adds flavor. And then we are just, I don't know why I turned that off. Gonna let and sit and cook this and stir it. And it's going to thicken into this beautiful, delicious pudding. Sorry, just making sure the rice ain't stuck to the bottom. And then my butter is melting. I wish you could be closer to see this, but. And then I take, once that's kind of doing its thing, I don't like too much sugar. My grandma used to put quite a bit more than me. I put, 1/3 of a cup. Stir that in. This is monk fruit, but you can certainly use, just regular sugar. I stir this to dissolve. And from here on out, you just really want this on low to kind of simmer. And you can even walk away for a minute or two, but you definitely don't want to just let it sit because the rice will kind of settle and try to burn on the bottom. And you don't want your milk to kind of scald in the bottom because that would be gross. And then I know some people don't like a whole lot of cinnamon, but I like it a little on the stronger side, so I do like a nice big heaping. And then I might even taste it again later and add more cinnamon. Get this all nicely incorporated. I've left this cinnamon stick in, just so y'all know. I've also done vanilla bean paste instead of vanilla extract, and that actually is my favorite way to do it, but I'm all out, so we're just doing extract. So I won't add that until the very end because I don't know if you know this, but heat actually kills off some of your vanilla flavor. So I add it more towards the end. All right, let's see if I can pull this. All right, so this is what it's going to look like at this point. You can kind of see it's doing its thing, looking all crazy delicious. So I'm going to stick this back on the heat and kind of half open, half closed on low, and then we will come back and check on it when it is time to add the raisins here in a few minutes. Okay, it's been about 7-10 minutes since we put in the sugar and the powdered cinnamon and the milk. We have it all doing its thing and stirring it, and now I like to add the raisins while it's still cooking because I like it when they kind of puff up and get really soft and juicy rather than weird and, you know, raisiny. I do about a half cup. Golden raisins are my favorite in this, but just the regular, you know, black raisins you get perfectly okay too. Sometimes when I do it, if I'm still looking like I need some more raisins, or I'm just feeling kind of generous with them, I'll add a little more. Like today, I'm feeling a little more raisiny, so I'm just going to add kind of like a handful. My hands are kind of small. That was probably quarter of a cup extra. So it bumped it up to about 3/4 of a cup, which, my friends, looks something like, oh, wow. They sink to the bottom like this. So we're just going to keep letting this reduce down until it starts to get creamy. My grandmother, when she made it when I was growing up, didn't use, you know, just regular milk. She actually used evaporated milk. But I'm currently out of that. And when I make it for my family, I always just did the heavy cream and milk because it makes it like this creamier, a little more decadent sort of side dessert / breakfast food. But those are some other options when you're doing it. Same ratios would apply. And we will be back to see the finished product. I decided not to wait to the end. I figure you might want to see a few progress kind of snippets, you know, as it goes, so you know what you're going to expect. As you can see, it is thickening up pretty great. So we've got a lot less liquid in there. The raisins are definitely doing their thing. If you want, because there's probably, you know, 10 or so minutes left of it simmering on low, you could just go ahead and add your vanilla, or you could wait till the very end. I might just go ahead and add it now, and then I'll taste it and see if I need to adjust fire with cinnamon or vanilla or sugar just to get it to taste. Normally, it's pretty spot on with the, you know, measurements that I told you earlier, and that will be posted below in the video. So, but anyway, we will be back for another progress update. Okay, guys, so I've gotten it to about the thickness I like. I like it a little thinner because the rice still absorbs some of the liquid as it cools down, and you know, I just don't like, you know, too dry, because then you just gotta adjust it when you're trying to warm it up, and who's got time for that? So we are gonna pour off into a nice dish here, and we're gonna do our taste test, which I'm most excited about, and I will show you what it looks like. I just leave the cinnamon stick in because, you know, that's what I do. All right, so this is so hot. Look at that. Oh, it's so good. Woo. Poor life choice there. Should have let it cool. Wow. Anyway, though, this is the finished rice pudding, and with the heater, we're definitely eating it cold, but super simple. You just kind of have to come back and forth a few times just to stir it to every 5 minutes or so to make sure it's not, you know, scorching on the bottom of your pan, and you have a fantastic breakfast or dessert. Thanks.